Good morning. I was listening to my morning dose of Lisa. She just came on and she's making excuses about her racist comments that she made. She's not taking accountability
Anything else?
for her lying and saying her son had cancer and
I
that
gotta
he
put
had
the poll
already
back up.
gone through
Guys, Chime is
chemo
L Richard.
and
Five
all kind
people
of
asking
surgeries.
for help. I wrote
So
text messages. They all fucking.
he's
It
on
just
here
is what it
begging for
is. I'm
money
just getting
yet
fucking pissed
again.
off.
Went to the
Um.
clinic,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody
Okay.
knows she's already gone to
All
the
right.
clinic. Last night
After
he
you.
came
After
on,
you.
and her dad, you
After
can
you,
hear him
bitch.
in the
After you.
background. He's screaming
Anyways.
because his
Um.
medicine
Who cares about what?
was gone.
I'm talking to the
But
people who
either
I
Lisa
emailed and
took his
texted. So if
medicine
you've
or his
emailed with
other
me
daughter,
before and
Ronnie,
helped, can you check
took
your
his
email?
medicine. Instead of her
I had
going
to write a
and
bunch.
trying
I
to
spent
help her
hours writing
dad
emails.
find his
So
medicine
I didn't have to get
or
on
to see
here.
what
There's
was
a bunch of
really
shit
going
going on.
on, she
Want to
was
get the
on
poll up.
TikTok
Damn.
begging.
See, okay, hold on.
I'm sorry,
Custom.
I don't want to do that. She was on
Okay.
TikTok begging for money.
If you did,
That's what
thank
she
you,
was doing.
honey.
You can hear her dad in the
So what would I
background
be at?
cursing and
18 then.
going
I'd be
off.
at
He said,
18.
"What, you want me to
Or,
fucking die?" Blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah.
I think.
And she was steady on TikTok begging for money because she needed a hoagie, and if possible, she needed six. Now, you guys can't see it maybe, but her fingertips and all right here is black from soot, from smoking crack. Okay? Anybody that sits there and believes that this woman is not using and she's clean and she comes on two, three, four, 5 times a day on an average, begging for money, going from page to page. She has about, as she said, 4 or 5 pages that she goes on and she keeps trying to get money for a hoagie and some cigs. Okay, so that's big talk. That's the tiki talk. So let me say good morning. Let me say good morning. Good morning, Bambi, Wisco, Gal, Christoph. Oh, Snuggle Bunny. M Wit, Dorit Frank. Good morning, my sweetie. Party Rock. Good morning. Simply Sophie. Cheech. Good morning. Ghostface. Good morning. Sarah motherfucking Z. Good morning. Good morning, Daddy's disappointment. Good morning, Vault. Good morning, Mari Mari. Good morning. Exactly, Sophie. If they believe that, they're delusional. Um, Yesterday, Sophie had to tell me how to create another account on TikTok. I have reported her so many times that my account has been hit. I have a strike on my Tiki Talk. So I had to create another account on TikTok. I'm going to continue reporting her. I follow this lady named Lady Red, and she's been doing a marvelous job of bringing back all of Lisa's old um, videos. Now, Mickey Mouse has them as well, and so does Kai, but you have to just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So she takes them and she puts them in a compilation of all the lies she's told. This woman was on TikTok crying about her son dying. That's when that woman gave her like 2,500 from a GoFundMe they did for her niece. Hi, Deborah Mayo. Good morning. Who else? Who else am I missing? I don't want to miss anybody, guys. If I miss you, I promise I'll catch you in my peripheral. So she just lies. She went on live on TikTok telling people that she let her oldest son, the 17-year-old that she gives pills to, because she doesn't want him to get him out the street, off the street. She and her mother gives this 17-year-old pills, um, because he's an addict, like his mom and like his dad. So in an older video, she says, called the mother-in-law a bitch, said they went to court and she took custody. Only thing she had to say was that she lived in the projects and Cole Jr. was scared to go there. And the judge gave her custody. This morning, again, she says that she let him go live there. No, you didn't let him go live there. She blames TikTok for taking her youngest son, who's now 12. Nope, TikTok didn't take your child. CPS did, or DCFS took your child because you couldn't stay clean. Your house was disgusting. You lived in squalor. So it's TikTok's fault that you lost your apartment that you hadn't paid rent in for 2.5 years. It's TikTok's fault that your power was turned off because you hadn't paid that bill in 1.5 years. It's TikTok's fault that you lost your dog Shadow that you were on there grifting for money for, received over 500, and you never got the dog from the shelter. It's TikTok's fault that your life is the way it is. It's TikTok's fault that you have lice, bed bugs crawling on you, lice, white eggs in your hair. That is TikTok's fault too. No, that means that you're a nasty, nasty piece of work. You're disgusting. She's nasty. And anybody keeps giving this woman money, yes, it's the TikToks, okay? She didn't pay her power bill in 1.5 years. Didn't pay her rent for 2 years. And she was living on Section 8 housing. She had to pay 200 something a month. She was getting survivor's benefits for her youngest son since his father OD'd. Now me, the way I'm thinking, if my kids have already lost a parent from OD, and you see what that did to your children, I would do everything in my power to get myself in a rehab again, clean up, make something work for my kids. She read a little text from her daughter. Her daughter said she saw her on TikTok and she didn't look good. She doesn't think she's going to be here longer, so she was going to bring the baby to see her. Now, if that doesn't make you want to clean up, and the fact that your son Jace has been gone for 1 year now, and you didn't do anything that DCFS told you had to do in order to get your son back, that says a lot about you, woman. That says a whole lot about you. And you have these enablers. Oh, please be nice to Lisa. Be nice to Lisa. Lisa, we love you. Your hair is gorgeous. Bitch, are you looking at the eggs in her hair? Are you looking at the black fingernails? She's cut her nails some. She's cut them down, but they're still soot. You can see it all on her fingertips. Her lips are all chapped from the pipe burning her lips. And you tell me this woman is clean? She's not using? Get the hell out of here. So this morning, somebody compared her to Casey Anthony, and she took offense to it. Girl. Casey Anthony is now on the TikToks as well. She wants to be an advocate for her daughter. Casey, I'm going to tell you like this. Shut the fuck up. But I'm following her. Oh, you heard him screaming. Yeah, his pills were gone. His pills were gone. And if you guys aren't following Sophie on the TikToks, Sophie, you did a really good live on TikTok yesterday. And I've been able to go live on TikTok for like 2 months, 3 months, and I haven't did one live on TikTok yet. But I will. It is, Cheech. It really, really is. So I have some stuff I want to talk to you about, but let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to drop Lady Red's channel because she really does a great job with the compilation. And and Sophie thought it was me. I'm like, no, she does a really, really good job with doing her Lisa Richards stuff. I'm going to drop Ashley Stevens does too. Chantel does too. But Lady Red has taken it to a totally different level. And for some reason, I can't find her right now. But anyway, a matter of fact, I shared on my post, on my community post, her link, her channel link. She has taken it to a whole nother level. Okay. Lisa is just sick. She's sick. And the lies and the deception. You guys know I told you she pretended that she was a lady named Melinda who spent all of her 401k feeding the homeless. She goes on the TikToks and she's asking for money. And somebody said, hey, I'll give you $100 if you show your face. Lord have mercy. She took her glasses off, put her hair in her face, and act like she wasn't Lisa because she was using a voice changer. And then she goes, guys, I don't know who you think I am, but I don't know who you think I look like. Girl, it's you. And then her imaginary daughter, Annabelle, who happens to be the name of the cat, was killed she was found dead in an abandoned house in Baltimore. She's killed her dad twice. First, there was a funeral. She needed help to pay for her dad's funeral. Then her dad was in the hospital, had a heart attack, and they don't know what she's killed her father twice. Yes, Lady Red is funny. She is really funny, and her coverage and the time she takes in putting into covering Lisa and bringing out all of her old shit is remarkable. Every time she does one of Lisa, I just be like, oh my God, here we go. And she's gone back and she's pulled, and she gives credit to Kai and Mickey Mouse or wherever she's pulling these videos from. Oh, I found her. Hold on. I found her. Hold on. So she did this one. And hold on, I'm gonna drop her. Hold on, I'm gonna drop her link in the chat. You guys can go check her out if you want to get caught up on the whole Lisa Richards thing. But this is the one I'm talking about. I want you to hear the manipulation, the lies, and then we're going to get into some real stuff. I want you to hear this. As you see, I was watching, well, I've watched just a few times, but let's just go back here.
Oncology appointment, I think, is.
Hold on. Here we go.
Opportunity for your child, but that's not the truth. See, that's not the truth what you said today. So there's that.
The chemo and the surgeries and everything like that, or should I or is that giving up? But I also
That's
want to
what it
let him
said.
leave in peace and not put him through all that pain. So it's a hard battle that I battle with every day. So
Hold on. The family is sitting it out like Lisa did when she knew she was being evicted. Their lease is not up to June 1st, Ghostface. Okay. Now he can get them out, by taking them to court and evicting them. But according to what's going on right now, and she said it herself on a live, that they were just waiting until they really had to leave. So because Lisa cannot go with them, they're supposed to be going into a 55 and over community. Lisa cannot go with her, nor her brother, but her brother is going to go with his friends. Lisa has nowhere to go. So she said at that time she will go to rehab. Now we already know they're going to be sneaking Lisa in this place because, well, then again, from the way her daddy sounded yesterday, I don't think they're going to try to do anything else to help her. Here we go.
I'm just not sure.
See how she gives credit for her videos. This one came from Broken Past Dispenser. She gives credits to all of her videos. But that, I think that's a pretty good caricature of her.
Yes, let him go. He should leave in peace. My
Listen
son
to
is dead. He
this.
passed 2 years ago. That's what I'm thinking. Um, just let him go in peace.
The manipulation of this woman.
Yeah, he's done chemo and radiation.
Now, he's done chemo and radiation. Now, her son Chase comes in, I think it's this video or the other video, and he tells her, "Stop lying. I never went to the doctor." She goes, "Yes, we did, Chase. You don't know what they told me." But yet, he had chemo and he's already had surgery. I would think at 10 years old, you would know if you had chemo or surgery, okay?
His next oncology appointment, I think, isn't what are we in
See how fat her
February?
face
Not
was?
until April.
She's
April.
aged 10 years and 9 months.
This kind of tumor he had was
Can't even pronounce.
diabolo. I couldn't pronounce
How
it.
many of you, if you ever had, or your child, or your parent, or a sibling, ever had anything, and you wouldn't be able to pronounce it, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it because, girl, you're lying. Now, I've started following her right after this, and it was all because of Chantel, okay? It was all because of Chantel. She sent me down that rabbit hole.
It was like diabolama.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
It was like really long, and it was
Really
really
long. He done had surgery,
I'm
and
not crying
chemo,
right now.
and you have never tried to get the word or pronounce the word correctly.
Guys, if you don't want to help me, then don't help. Like, I just was asking, like I said, for a couple dollars to get something to eat. That's all I'm asking for.
Do you hear the
That's it.
manipulation?
I've answered everyone's questions to the best of my ability. I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm just a mother.
No, I'm
And
just a mother who called in prescriptions, and because I stole a script pad. First, she said she took a script pad and was writing all these scripts and got caught, and she got lucky. She got probation. Then she said, "No, I didn't do that. I just called in prescriptions." Girl, get your lies straight. She's just a mother, guys. She's a mother with her son dying. She's just going to let him go. She's not going to try everything possible to save her child. She's going to let him go in peace. And if you guys don't want to help her, she's just trying to get food. Guys, please. I need 6. I'm not even going to say I'm going to buy a hoagie. I'm going to get a steak or some salmon. Can you guys help me, please? If you don't want to, I understand. Okay. There we go.
and I understand that you guys are very wary of everybody because you see this all the time, and people should be ashamed of themselves because the
Oh,
real people that need help can't get it because I'm getting backlash for people that got scammed from other people, you know?
do you hear this? Do you hear the manipulation? And somebody is saying, guys, please don't donate. So this other woman is giving her the name Diabolic Cystic. And they're all doing, they're saying, please don't donate.
And that's not right.
Girl, Chantel.
And yes, everyone
And they're
is
saying you're
struggling,
sick.
yes.
You need help. That's what they're telling her. You need help. You are sick. This is what the comments are saying.
My camera's blurry. I apologize. And I would be
They're
completely
saying too many people are saying you're lying. It won't be that long of a wait for your child. Oh my God. This one's bad.
transparent with you. Nobody has sent me not even 50 cents. So I have nothing.
Yeah, so watching that made me vomit in my mouth like 2 times.
That's Lady
Ugh,
Red.
can you? You're sick. You're
Sick.
a sick woman,
Sick.
Lisa. I can't imagine even thinking these things about any of my children, lying about something like that. But you said, yeah, maybe you should just let him go.
So go check out her channel, guys. She has pulled some old ones because if I wanted to see an old video, I would go searching for it. Especially the one where they showed the way her son lived in that room with all the cat shit and dog shit all over the place. It was disgusting. Hi, Muggsy. Hi, Pamela Barr. Um, she, and if anybody remember, Chantel even had the 911 call when they're telling them that they might want to put on hazmat suits when they go into that apartment. When they took her for, it's not a 5150, it's a 302. Oh, you follow Lady Red. Okay. Hi, my Muggsy. I was talking about you yesterday. And it wasn't anything bad. It was all good, Muggsy. Yep, it'll be June anyway. Exactly. So they're just sitting it out. But if her parents really already was approved to go into this 55 and up, I don't know why they don't leave already. Shame on you, Pam. $2 isn't going to do anything for her. She won't go unless she has $100 or so. Bitch, you go on 4 different pages or 5 different pages and you keep getting 20. We remember when she was still in that apartment, she was up there crying, and she would, soon as she would get money, she would make her way across the street to building 109, and one of her neighbors were filming it. She says she doesn't have a reason to live anymore. Well, okay, bye, bitch, bye. Stop coming on here crying and wasting people's time and trying to manipulate people to get money. And she manipulates these older women. PMR 1993. That's kind of, you know what? Okay. You can go to My Pizza and get a build your own pizza, and you can get it for $11.99. With tax, it comes to $12.74. Okay. Where is Denver? Girl, who knows? Yep. Mm-hmm. But she comes live every morning begging for a ride to the clinic, or every other morning, saying her dad can't drive. But yet Sunday, her dad and her mom were gone. Uh, and both cars were gone, according to her. But she says that her dad doesn't drive, and her brother doesn't have a license, and he's not supposed to be driving. And Her dad wasn't able to drive because he has epilepsy, but her dad pays $300 a month for his dog to have epilepsy medicine. But they don't have any money for food. Got you, girl. My mother takes phenobarbital, and it's not $300 a month. Okay? I know, because I used to go pick up her prescriptions. Okay? So you're lying. You're lying. Hi, DC. Good morning. How are you? So, anyway, I don't know if anybody watched that speech that Trump did yesterday with the joint Congress. Uh, I tried to. I really did. I tried to. I couldn't. It was more of name calling, blaming. Um, I was looking to see if Lawrence Dalton had like a synopsis of the whole thing. Yes, and insurance. I think my mom's it's like, if I'm not mistaken, she pays like 9 something. Now, way back when, it used to be really expensive, I'm sure, but he's not paying $300. Hi, Mr. Jimenez, but her dad has seizures and he's not able to drive. And he takes that too. So him and the dog must be taking the same medications. Okay. What's with girl? I don't know, but he's going after Greenland now. Tech doesn't have no bet. See, here's another thing. All of these awareness groups. Let's see. Tech's husband was in jail. He was convicted of rape. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Tech has a pass. Then we have KB, Kentucky bitch, who ran all kind of scams on YouTube and in our community. We have Mandy, who's still running scams. These people are not awareness. You have Itty Bitty, who stole from her mother and just had to go to court. And she had a certain amount of time to pay that money back because her stepfather wanted all of it. She took her mother to the bank and wrote this check, knowing her mother had dementia. What awareness? Oh, good morning, Savage. You did a great live yesterday. All these people are crooks. What awareness? They're all crooks. And I know Villain is away at a trial. I don't know if she's at the same school that KK went to or not. But there was a trial going on, and I forgot to ask KK. But I know Villain was there. And she was a witness or working with the witnesses. I can't remember how it goes. But KK went to the same school that they had on Netflix. The people that were on Netflix, they're KK's friends as well. So I was trying to find out. But during that speech that Trump was doing, Al Green, not the singer, Al Green, okay? Let's not get that confused. Not the singer Al Green. He was removed from the chambers. I said, yes, Tech is female. I said her husband. Her husband. Frauditor's husband. Jail. Murder. I'm just like, come on, guys. You can't be going live talking about somebody else and you don't put your shit out there. Yes, so it'll be the same school that KK went to. Yes, it was the show when about the school and the stuff they did to these kids. It's the same school that KK went to. Same school. How they kidnapped the kids in the middle of the night, or they were dropped off thinking they were going shopping or whatever. That's the school that KK went to. Same school. And I meant to ask KK to go look to see. I know Villain is a little older than KK. The school is in upstate New York. Oh God, it was on Netflix, and I had her sister come on, and her sister is the one that drove her up there, and they knew something was wrong with the school. Yeah, so she was there because KK was hell when she was younger. You know, she want to hang out with the older kids. Hmm. They take the parents' money, they do all of this stuff, and you don't get to see your family. And if you say anything to your family about what's going on at the school, you get punished. So, yesterday in Houston, was it? Yes, yeah, yesterday in Houston, Forest Hills to be precise. I want to just say, all of these rappers, all of these rappers out here with the guns and flashing of the money and all of this stuff, the rapper and his daughter was gunned down at a car wash. And I'm going to put the trigger warning up. Fair use trigger warning. Here we go.
Forest Hill are investigating another deadly shooting in the city.
This one happened at a drive-through car wash just off I-20. NBC5's Maria Guerrero is at the crime scene live. Maria?
Hey there, guys. Yeah, not only is this investigation still very active, so is this scene, which just in the past few minutes we did have police tape being finally brought down by Forest Hill police. You could still see part of the scene unfolding here at Slappy's Express car wash. There has been this large crowd of family members that just left within the past couple of minutes. They were allowed to stay very, very close to this tragic scene. Many people have also been behind police tape. We are awaiting any kind of information from police. Forest Hill. We've been asking them all day long for any kind of information about what happened out here. The limited information we are getting is from family on this scene, and this is what they are telling us.
There's a video
they have
of the shooting.
identified the two victims of a shooting, they say, that happened here at the car wash.
Okay, here we go.
This morning, they shared pictures with us saying Ronnie Smith, a local.
Yeah.
A day after a shooting left a North Texas father and his young daughter dead, two gunmen remain on the run.
Surveillance images obtained by TMZ captured what appears to have been a targeted attack. Tonight, city and community leaders gathered to discuss the frightening crime.
He's running away. His daughter is in the car. I'm thinking he's running away to pull the shooters away from his car where his daughter is, okay? Now, after the shooting, his friend goes on TikTok, crying his eyes out. He sat on TikTok and said, I will kill a city for you. He goes, I will handle this. I'm like, you dumbass.
Police released no new details about the status of their investigation. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager was there and is in with what she's learned tonight. Peyton.
Hi, Steve and Heather. Yeah, Forest Hill police initially told us they would hold a press conference this afternoon, and then they ultimately postponed that press conference to tomorrow. The chief of police there tells me he's working alongside the Texas Rangers in this case, and they need at least one more day until they speak publicly. Meanwhile, we know police are looking for two suspects in this case. Tuesday, tokens offering condolences sat outside Slappy's car wash off Forest Hill Drive. A Fort Worth police officer guarded the property, which is still temporarily shut down. It's where Monday, 5-year-old Armani Sibley and her father, 30-year-old Ronnie Sibley, were murdered in broad daylight by two gunmen, according to police. Still images obtained by TMZ show Ronnie Sibley, a North Texas rapper also known as Lil Ronnie, running across the parking lot of the car wash and two men chasing him while...
Not to be confused with Lil Rod, okay? Lil Rod and Lil Ronnie, two different people.
opening fire. If you zoom in on the left side of the screen, two men are seen, each holding a firearm. Police are still searching for the pair of suspects who took off in a white Kia. The little girl was killed while in the maroon Challenger.
Look at that. Look at that baby. That innocent little baby.
Sky 4 video shows the amount of shell casings surrounding Sibley's vehicle.
If you were aware that the takedown was going to take place prior to it happening, you are not only part of the problem, but you are the problem.
Tuesday, Fort Worth City Councilman Chris Nettles, Forest Hill Mayor Stephanie Boardingham, faith leaders and advocates against gun violence sent a message to the community. Monday's double murder marks the fourth and fifth murder in Forest Hill this year. In all of 2024, the city had 0.
This moment needs to be taken as a gun violence. We're going to stop it now, and we're going to put our foot down now, and this is it. Because we can't keep doing this. We can't keep burying our children.
Fox 4 is told the Sibleys live in Crowley, but Monday stopped in Forest Hill. Little Armani attended elementary school in Crowley and was part of the Safari Sports Cheer Squad, which issued a statement to Fox 4 Tuesday saying they're devastated by this loss and are praying for the family. Family spokesperson Bishop Rodney McIntosh says the young girl was just dropped off to her father at the car wash minutes before the gunfire.
The mother wants everyone to know that she is heartbroken and she is grieving. And on behalf of a mother, I would ask that they would do the right thing and that they would come forward.
And the last update from Forest Hill Police, which was yesterday, they released that they have identified one of the suspects, but no names were released. Also, at today's press conference, we asked Forest Hill Mayor what the city was doing to combat this recent spike in crime, and she told reporters that we would have to ask the chief of police, and that's something we hope to ask him tomorrow.
But why are we asking the chief of police when you're the mayor?
Really just the first wave.
I'm just done. Beautiful little girl. Broad daylight. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't care. It's really, really sad on what's going on out here. But when I saw that, I was like, get out of here. And then the friend jumps on TikTok. I mean, he was bawling his eyes out. And he said, I'm on the hunt. I will kill a city for you. I was like, oh my God. So they have some idea. But I do have a part of, I went to try to look last night, yesterday evening, I went to try to pull that new lawsuit that was filed against Diddy by John Doe. And again, this is the lawsuit where he says that he was bragging or saying how he was a part of the Tupac setup and how he was using that as an intimidation factor for him. I went to Vulture to see if they had it. Vulture doesn't have it yet. So I've been, Scribe still doesn't have it. Damn it, I didn't know that. We had a guy that killed his girlfriend and 13-year-old son this past week here. It has hit me so hard. Oh, Christoph. No, the mother's not going to have anything to do with. She just dropped her daughter off to him. Why? If that's the case, it was just a few minutes after she dropped the daughter off. She's not going to put her daughter in danger. At least most, I'm going to say 82% of mothers will not put their child in danger, their children in danger. From what we're seeing now, that's why I'm saying 82%. Because some of these women are killing their own damn kids or having them being abused by other people. So, man in Canada have already started feeling the impacts of all of these tariffs. So let me just give you a quick look at this. And I'm serious, I couldn't watch Trump. I'm going to watch again because I'm sure that Debbie and I are going to be discussing this probably this evening or maybe Saturday. I'm going to try my best, guys. I really am. But I just can't with all the name calling. I just can't. Hi, honey bee.
In Mexico, imposed by President Donald Trump, took effect at midnight, and they are already having an impact on our nation's economy.
The cities and towns along the border in northern Maine are witnessing some of those impacts firsthand right now. News Center Maine's Drew Peters went to the Aroostook County town of Holton today to see for himself.
While the 25% tariff on Canadian imports and exports has only been in effect since midnight Tuesday, businesses in the border town of Holton say they're already seeing some impacts.
Prices are high, so it's going to get worse.
For hardware stores like Horton Building Supplies, the tariffs mean a spike in lumber prices and other building materials that come from across the border.
Our metal roofing is going to go up 25%, as well as sheetrock.
Not only affecting the amount of materials they're able to purchase, but how expensive they are for customers looking to start projects or make repairs.
And this is a mom and pop store.
Contractors are going to have to raise theirs. It's going to cost them more. Building the average house is going to cost more.
At Aroostook Auto Tech, Mitch Holmes says he's already seeing an impact of the Trump administration's 25% aluminum tariff on Canada that was imposed last month, and expects the cost of other car parts to continue rising with the new tariffs in place.
A lot of the undercarriage, a lot of your suspension components, engine blocks, cylinder heads. I see bottom line invoice prices that I've never seen before.
While the cost of car parts impacts business, Holmes says another worry for him and many others in town is how much more they'll be paying for electricity, as the energy they receive comes from New Brunswick Power.
We just changed over our transmission lines. Everything was going smoothly, and we're going to see those rates go up now.
Even smaller businesses like Chadwick Florist and Greenhouses say they're now facing as much as a 25% increase on some flower prices.
It's anticipated that the spring sales will be down significantly.
Mulvey says it will be difficult to maintain affordable flower prices for customers, but her biggest fear is how tariffs are straining the relationship between the town and their Canadian neighbors.
They have no interest in coming over here when they were before, and quite upset with us.
A relationship the business owners say is not only important for both nations' economies, but for the friends and families that are separated by the border.
That Border Patrol line doesn't stop them from being family and friends.
Many of the businesses say they're now working to make Holton more welcoming to Canadian citizens and hope to keep their relationship strong. In Holton, Drew Peters, News Center.
Oh my God, Drew Peters. Jesus Christ, Drew Peters. Really? I would change my name. I would really change my name because we might be looking at you for killing your wives too. What? 409. Well, vote. See, now during the summer in Houston for my house air conditioning, I think the highest bill I ever had was a little over $700 because we had high ceilings and everything, and the house was huge. But oh yes, I said this is damn near my mortgage. Oh, damn. Sarah, I'm coming moving to your thing too. So, okay, let me get to Diddy. Okay, so this is what I found. Okay, I had to go to Law and Order, and they were
change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or...
Hold on. Why is my thing locked? Okay, here we go. This is the statement, and I'm going to do fair use. Fair use, you know, I don't like to use law and crime, but if I have a hit, I'll have a hit. But I'm saying fair use. So, matter of fact, let me do this. Okay. Let me take Sarah's comment down. Okay, there we go. So, Diddy's attorney is saying no matter how many lawsuits are filed, especially by individuals who refuse to put their own names behind their claims. Now, there's a reason for that. Because Diddy has a habit of reaching out or having other people try to reach out and intimidate. Even behind bars, we heard him on the phone talking to his son about getting rid of all the pizza boxes. Really? You're speaking in code, okay? We know you don't have all them damn pizza boxes. So he says, Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone. Well, we beg to differ. Okay? We beg to differ. So here's
sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason.
And that is true. Anybody can file a lawsuit at any time for any reason. That is true. What happens is when you go to court, your evidence better be there. If not, it will be thrown out. Okay? That's true.
Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. In other news involving Sean Combs this week, his mom is being sued by his former right-hand man. The lawsuit by Kirk Burroughs.
Remember, I told you about this lawsuit yesterday. Kirk Burroughs filed that lawsuit and said that Janice swindled him out of 25% of Bad Boy Entertainment.
Who you see here accuses Janice Smalls, who's Diddy's mom, of colluding with her son to illegally seize Burroughs' control of Combs' label Bad Boy Entertainment. The suit claims that Burroughs was a co-founder in Bad Boy who had a 25% stake in the label. Burroughs claims in the suit that in 1996, Combs made threatening statements to Burroughs while, quote, erratically wielding a baseball bat and forced Burroughs to hand over his stake in the label to Combs' mom, Janice Smalls. Burroughs claims that Smalls worked in concert with her son and others in an unlawful campaign of coercion, deceit, and misrepresentation in a concerted effort to unjustifiably wrest away Burroughs' 25% stake in Bad Boy. Burroughs says...
Now, let's not forget, this is not the first time that Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him, went and used a baseball bat. He's actually gone to a business and to one of his old managers and made him sign. He wanted to get out of some deal and took a baseball bat there and started busting up stuff in his office. So this is not new behavior for him. He wanted to be just like his dad while sitting there telling everyone he was nothing like his father after he found out who his father was.
As a result of allegedly being forced to hand over his stake in the label, he's been homeless and his career's been sabotaged. In the suit, Burroughs wants his 25% stake in Bad Boy back in compensatory damages for his 15% profit share plus accrued interest. So let's talk about this new lawsuit. Joining me now, criminal defense attorney Bradford Cohen. Always great to have you on Law and Crime. There are some graphic allegations made by this John Doe in this lawsuit. What stood out to you when you read through it?
You know, what really bothers me about any of these accusations, listen, they're all graphic, by the way. There's none of these lawsuits that are not graphic in terms of details. What stands out the most and what bothers me the most with these lawsuits, and this isn't to negate real individuals that have been assaulted, sexually assaulted, or otherwise. It's the fact that none of the people ever use their real names. Yep. It's always a Jane Doe or John Doe, and you have to move.
But that's their right to file that. P. Diddy went to court when he was arrested. His lawyers went to try to get the Jane Doe's and John Doe's names removed from like 4 lawsuits, and the judge sided with the victims, alleged victims in the case. They did not have to give their real names. And the judge said because of his intimidation and because of the reach he has, he feels it was in the best interest of the claimants to not release their names. And I agree with that.
The court to expose who this individual is, because sometimes we never find out who the person is. And I understand the reason why on legitimate claims, but when you have 20, 25 individuals that are all making these claims, I really think that there should be something that addresses that and something that addresses it fairly quickly, because as we saw with the Jay-Z lawsuit, that lawsuit fell apart very quickly. It was very graphic in nature, had a lot of detail in it. A lot of the details were wrong.
And that's what I fault him for. Tony Bugsby, you said you would vet every claim. You said you would vet every claim. You didn't. You got careless. Even her father said he doesn't remember anything about that. She's autistic. Why would she be out that time of night at that age? She couldn't drive. You didn't vet that claim. You figured you had a bird in the hand. That's my problem with Tony Bugsby right now. You're sending out demand letters, but you're not putting these people's names out there. And now he is facing a lawsuit. The judge last week ruled that the lawsuit against Tony Bugsby from Jay-Z can move forward.
Tony Bugsby filed this lawsuit like he files a lot of these lawsuits, and it really goes to negate the actual allegations in the lawsuit itself. So it's like one of those things that you wait and see. Anyone can file a lawsuit, anyone can make accusations in the lawsuit, but in the long run, what happens to the lawsuit is the real question.
I don't like that.
How do you balance that, though? Because to your point, yeah, who is this person? He's talking about an incident that allegedly happened in 2012, but you look at the threats that he says that Diddy made against him when he was trying to leave and go to the bathroom, referencing Tupac and all of that. How do you balance an understanding of why someone wouldn't want to put their name out there with the big question of who is this person and whether the accounts that they put in this lawsuit are valid?
So it's really very difficult. What I always lean towards is what did they attach to the complaint to prove that it's true? You know, I am starting to look at these complaints with a higher scrutiny because I want to see something that's attached, something, and it's not necessary. But let's take it a step further. It's not necessary. This is not a breach of contract where you have to attach the contract in order to prove the case. But I think as we look at these cases, as there's more and more filed, I think that if they attach things to the contract, to the lawsuit that back up what they're saying, a phone record.
Let me stop right there. Okay. Lil Rod, I said yesterday, Lil Rod has a very strong case. Okay? He has backed it up with links. He's backed it up with pictures. He has everything in that lawsuit. Even Cuba Gooding Jr., he has backed it up. That's what I'm saying. You need to put enough stuff in there to make us say, okay, this one is really valid. Cassie's lawsuit had attachments. When she filed, what was it? Less than 24 hours, he settled because what she attached. This is bullshit.
A witness statement, a picture, something more than just bare allegations of he threatened me to do this. This is what happened. He paid me, but I'm not going to attach any of the receipts that I was paid from. I just don't think that these lawsuits are taken as seriously. And that's a shame because it could be that some of these are real.
Yep.
I don't know if all of them are. But it's a shame because the ones that are real sexual assault cases, I think, get negated by the ones that like Tony Bugsby filed against Jay-Z. And that's a real problem. It is a real problem. I see the point of both sides. I see where someone doesn't want to expose their name, but at the same time, they want to sue somebody for wrongdoing. I think that if you're going to sue someone for wrongdoing and you're going to make allegations against an individual, especially as serious as this, I think you should be prepared to use your own name. I think that should be a requirement here. I do understand the balancing, but I also think that there's a greater good here that you can look at these lawsuits through the higher scrutiny that have been filed over and over and over again. It's just there's so many of these lawsuits that you're really starting to get numb to the allegations.
Yep.
Right. And I think now, you have this lawsuit, it goes out, it makes headlines. All these details are in the world of public opinion are going into the narrative of what everybody says of Sean Combs ahead of his criminal trial. What happens next? Like in this lawsuit's case, where there are these graphic details once again talking about something that happened years ago, what happens next?
So my guess is the defense attorneys will try to expose the individual, try to get the court to find out who the individual is. They'll do discovery. It'll move along slowly because there's a criminal case going on. So when a criminal case is going on and so an individual has the right to remain silent and is exerting his Fifth Amendment right, the civil cases usually kind of fall by the wayside until that criminal case has been adjudicated. And we're going to see that criminal case hopefully be adjudicated in May. And once that criminal case is over, I think then you'll see the civil cases start to heat up and start to figure out what's real and what's not real during the discovery process. And I think those cases are going to be very long. It's going to take a long time to work through the system. I think there's going to be a lot of discovery issues that are going to come up in terms of depositions and in terms of evidence that they can actually show to back up their claims. It's going to be a very tough road. And what I also think is unusual, and let me just say this, if you have a civil case where you're making these accusations, and in the criminal case, they're saying, hey, this is a RICO case, and it's all these cases are related to each other, but they're not using that individual as a witness in the criminal case. They didn't use that individual in front of a grand jury. There's no testimony from that individual or any kind of exposure of that individual to the criminal case. It always makes me wonder why the U.S. attorney didn't want to use this individual as a witness, didn't want to use this individual to come forward and say, hey, that's a similar situation that I had. This goes to his MO, his modus operandi. This is how he normally behaves. He threatens people. He does this. He drugs people. He does all these certain things, but they're not using any of these people. These people are nowhere to be found in the criminal case.
They're using Lil Rod. Lil Rod is on the witness stand. They're using his former assistant. The chef is testifying, but she doesn't have a criminal case against him. I mean, a civil case. His assistant doesn't have a civil case against him, but Lil Rod does.
Causes me great concern.
In your experience,
so that's enough of that. So I'm gonna drop the link. You guys want to go and look at all of it, you can, but this is bringing me to mind of this whole Blake Lively shit. Okay, I don't know if you guys are following that case with Blake Lively. And I guess she thought her friend Taylor Swift was going to be backing her up. When I was going through and reading through all of this shit, when all of this stuff popped off during the summer, have you guys talked about Diddy's body? Uncle Ron, okay, Uncle Ron, the one that died, I talked about that about 3 months ago. Uncle Ron died after he went on TikTok and started exposing Diddy. Uncle Ron died. Hold on. Let me go to TikTok. Let me see, can I pull Uncle Ron? I showed it before. He started exposing Diddy. And he had already had surgery. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, he got sick again. Let me see if his TikTok page is still here. No. Let me see. Is this Uncle Ron? No. Yes. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see the one that he exposes Diddy. That's not the one. I need the one where he was exposing Diddy at. And Uncle Ron, hold on. I found this page. Hold on. Uncle Ron exposes Diddy. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I found it. I couldn't believe when they said he passed away. I'm like, wait the hell a minute here. Okay, this is Uncle Ron.
Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me. Believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy.
Okay, here we go.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me. Believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. Somebody, and we ain't gonna call no more names, dangled a bogus contract in front of his face so he wouldn't leave the company. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period, so he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. And I wonder who's the biggest hip-hop artist today. It's all business, folks. And unfortunately, you as a fan, most of you won't understand, but it was all about the business. And the two billionaires have done what they seeded to do.
So, there we go.
So do you guys
hold
remember?
It was another one. I need to find it. I'm going to have to go look through his stuff and find it. But he really, really came down on them. And he was doing great. And next thing you know, Uncle Ron was dead. Everybody around. And guess what he died of, guys? Come on, guess what Uncle Ron died of? Let's have a guess. How many know what Uncle Ron died of? Good morning. God bless us. 23. Good morning. Welcome. Guess what Uncle Ron died of? Guess. Let's guess what he died of. Y'all not guessing. I'm not happy. Let's see. Kim Porter. Andre Harrell. Heavy D. Ooh. Bingo. Bingo. Nope. Really bad flu that turned into pneumonia. That's a lot of people that die around this man. No, it wasn't a hit and run. Hi, damn it, Mandy. I think he poisoned LB Shore. LB Shore is testifying. Trying to take that man out. Jay-Z is a piece of work. Diddy is a piece of work. Now, I was talking about this Blake Lively and Justin's lawsuit. In my opinion, Blake Lively developed a crush on this man. Ryan Reynolds is good. Yes, he is. But she developed a crush on this man. And when he didn't want to take her advances or, have her fully collab on this movie, she took it to a whole nother level. Justin turned around and sued her. But she said she was sexually harassed. Blake, girl, you're not all that. You are not all that. So she filed this in December. She said that he created a hostile environment that nearly derailed production. She said he was speaking to and behaving toward their female colleagues in inappropriate and sexually charged ways. Now, she said female colleagues. Why is she the only one that's filing a lawsuit and not the other women that were on this production team? She says she spoke about it to Wayfair. They didn't take her seriously. She says she had 17 points. She had a 17-point list. But she thought Taylor Swift was going to be her partner in crime. She's suing this man for $250 million. Hi, toss salad. Girl. She caught feelings for him. If you go look at some of the clips of them on the set and the way she's looking at him, oh, honey, he's a good-looking man. Yeah, her ego is way out of control. Taylor walked away from that shit. She don't want nothing to do with that. She caught feelings for Justin. That is my opinion. And the fact that you're dragging your husband into this bullshit is fucking ridiculous. She said that this man was asking her evasive questions about her marital sex life when they're supposed to be working on their scenes. She said that they improvise kissing without an intimacy coordinator. So you're basically reading lines. And I guess in that line there was a kiss, but there wasn't an intimacy coordinator there. Or any nudity writers in place. Really, Blake? She said that he and another person would constantly barge in her while she was in different states of undress. Really, Blake? She said when they was shooting one scene, he leaned in and slowly dragged his lips from her ear and down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." Really, Blake? Really, Blake? Really? How many is believing this shit? I want to be that too. He's a very kind man. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful soul. I think she fell for Justin. I think she fell for him. And he wanted no parts of it. You know how they make these movies, you know how oh Lord, Angela Jolie and Brad Pitt made the movie Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and then oh my God, he leaving his wife, then fell in love, then adopted kids she done had, and now they're all messed up, and now she's dragging his name all through the mud. So Badoni, Justin says that before production began, Blake Lively neglected to sign her nudity writer and refused to meet with an intimacy coordinator, obligating Baldoni to convey their recommendation to her as they hashed out the choreography for themselves. Now, I'm sure if she didn't do that, that's easily proven, because if she didn't sign it, her signature won't be there. So she said she had no need to meet with them. She says, here's what her spokesperson said. The purpose of an intimacy coordinator is to work with actors to establish the appropriate boundaries based on who is in the script, not to rewrite the script and to add more sexual content to satisfy the director's demands. Her spokesperson insisted Lively herself invited Baldoni to her trailer to work on lines while she pumped breast milk. Hello? Hello? And he says that there are text messages that document the invitation. But Lively said that during the shoot, Justin couldn't stop talking about the smell of her fake tan. Hi, brown-eyed girl. I can't with these people. I can't. Good morning, sweetie. I can't with these people. I'm telling you, she fell for Justin. Have any of you seen Justin? Hold on, let me get a picture. Let me find. I was looking for, okay, here's a picture of Justin and Blake. Hold on. Let's show you what Justin looks like. Now, I like Ryan, but god damn, Justin. There is Justin. There is Justin. Would you fall for Justin? I know I would. Justin is hot. Hi, Queen of O'Hara. Intimacy coordinator. Welcome, Queen of O'Hara. Long time, sweetie. Intimacy coordinator. Now, she didn't want one. Now, he ran his lips down her ear, down her neck, and said, it smells so good. No, it smells so good. That's what she said. Maybe she was dreaming, and that's what she wanted him to do. You know, maybe she wanted them to write that in that scene, but they wouldn't do it. Yes, God bless. He died of pneumonia. Okay, so yes, there is, oh, hold on a second. Let me get this for you. I want you to go listen to this man's interview. What did Debbie say? I told you so. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Riley already sent me that, so we're going to discuss that tonight. Hold on a second. There is an interview that Justin did, and I'm trying to remember what damn account she sent this to me on. She's got so many accounts. Toss Salad, if you want to drop that link in the chat, because I think I gave you a wrench. If you want to drop that link in the chat, I would really, really appreciate it. You can go look at Justin's interview. He's good looking. That man wasn't interested in you. You used up. You'd have been passed around. Well, I'm sorry, but you with Ryan. And Ryan is pretty good looking, but still, that man doesn't want you. He's got a happy home. I mean, just the way he speaks, he's very eloquent. And I can't see anything deceitful in this man. Now, he's saying that that Blake, he said there's a couple of text messages that he can prove were doctored. And she was trying to do this to damn his name, as he said, damn, that's what he said, when he meant damning his name and his professional behavior. He said she was trying to do a hostile takeover of the film. That's what he said. You thought you had your girl Taylor in your pocket. That didn't work out too well. Taylor said, no, bitch, you on your own here. I'm not dealing with this. You did this. So again, this shit is crazy. So I do have where Representative Al Green, and he was removed from chambers during Donald Trump's speech. Okay. I do have that. And then I want to talk about Gene Hackman a little bit before I leave out of here. But let me get this for you, where Representative Al Green speaks after he was thrown out of chambers. He was removed. I'm not going to say thrown out. No, he was thrown the hell out. Okay, here we go.
Hi, Congressman. What were you shouting to the president, sir? Sir, what were you shouting to the president?
The president said he had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. And I want him to know that his budget calls for deep cuts in Medicaid. He needs to save Medicaid, protect it. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. There's a possibility that it's going to be hurt. And we've got to protect Medicare. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on. And this president seems to care less about them and more about the number of people that he can remove from the various programs that have been so helpful to so many people. It is the best way to get it across to a person who uses his incivility. Who uses his incivility against our civility. He is a person who has consistently been used incivility against civility.
So do you have no mandate? Is that what you said?
Well, look, I'm willing to suffer whatever punishment is available to me. I didn't say to anyone, don't punish me. I've said I'll accept the punishment, but it's worth it to let people know that there are some of us who are going to stand up against this president's desire to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security.
So were you saying you have no mandate? Is that what you just said?
That's what he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. None.
Is the only punishment that you were kicked out, sir? Is there something?
I don't know. Whatever the punishment is, I'm not fighting the punishment. This is about the people who are being punished by virtue of losing their health care. This is the richest country in the world, and we have people who don't have good health care. We've got to do better. And now we're about to cut Medicaid, which is for poor people. Health care has become wealth care for many people, and we can't afford to let that happen.
Is that the only thing that you're protesting?
No, I have other things I'm protesting. And I'm also working on my articles of impeachment.
Oh,
damn! Unfit. He should not hold the office. 34 felony convictions, 2 times impeached.
He needed to be
one more time what you were
impeached.
shouting in the chamber.
That he has no mandate to cut Medicaid.
That's what you were saying over and
Yes.
over. Thank you, sir.
Yes. No mandate. Thank you, all of you.
I'm sorry. People were saying the other day, seriously, all these world leaders and other representatives, they were talking about him being impeached, Donald Trump. I was like, they didn't do it when he was in office before because he was going out of office. What makes you think they're going to do it now? What makes you think they're going to do it now? Yep. Escorted him out. I'm sorry, Krista. What makes you think they're going to do it now? I said, out of the lesser of two evils, Kamala, I don't think either one of them was suited for office. I don't think either one of them was suited for office. Now, hold on. Let me show you this. Because even when she had the chance to discuss her policies, she sat on that debate, and she baited him. She baited him. She baited him. Yes, exactly. Hi, Kendra. She was baiting him. Why bait him when you know he's going to talk about your policies? Talk about what you were planning on doing. I didn't hear any of that from either one of them. Oh, she was going to give new home buyers, what was it? 20,000, 10. I'm like, okay, where's that money coming from? Nope, he was never impeached. They talked about it. But the House says, well, it doesn't make any sense. Republicans refuse because he was already leaving. If they would have impeached him then, he wouldn't have been able to run again. Now he's trying to change it so he can run for a third term. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting ridiculous. Here we go. I want you to hear this.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
They're booing him. Look at the Republicans. Look at the Dems. Look at the Dems over here. Look at the Republicans.
And won counties in our country, 2,700 to 525. On a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
Yep. Look how he's pointed at the Democrats.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction.
Hold on. Hi, Zelda. Hold on, I'm gonna go look. I know they were talking about him.
The wrong direction. In fact,
hold on.
It's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever. Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded.
Excuse me. Yes. Trump remained in office for the remainder of his term. However, he was impeached for a second time in 2021 following the January 6th United States Capitol attack, making him the first U.S. president in history to be impeached twice. Trump was again acquitted by the Senate, that's what I was talking about, in February of 2021 after he left office. Yes, he was impeached. I'm sorry. I keep thinking if you're impeached, you have to leave office, but that's not true. So yes, Nixon left before all of that shit was going through. Okay, I'm sorry. You know I'm going to go check just to make sure. I'm not giving the wrong, but yes. I know they were doing it, but for some reason, and I said that, they didn't follow through with it. And they didn't. All right, so here we go. Let's get back to this. Yes, he was. Thank you.
A 41-point jump.
Yep, the Senate acquitted.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Exactly, Emmerich. Oh, I love me some Jasmine chocolate. Bring it on. I love me some Jasmine.
Mr. Green,
No
take
problem,
your seat.
Zelda.
Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Look, you saw
Finding
that?
that members
Get him out of
continue to
here.
engage in willful and concerted
Get your
disruption of
feet
proper
back.
decorum, the chair
He
now
said-
concerted disruption of proper
Hold on.
decorum and concerted disruption. Continue to engage in
What?
willful and concerted disruption of proper
Oh, he didn't
decorum.
do
The
it that
chair
time.
now directs the
Okay,
sergeant.
there it is. He said, get him out of here.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the sergeant-at-arms to restore order.
Okay.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
There's nothing wrong with that, no. Nothing wrong with it at all. Because I don't believe that men should be in women's bathroom or vice versa. Okay? I don't believe that at all. I don't stand for that. And I'm trying to figure when we're going to get the lower taxes because everything here is high as shit. I understand that he's supposed to be sending out $5,000 in stimulus payments, but it's only going to be to people that qualify. Now, you said you were going to be sending it out to U.S. because after you cut money that the Doge found, that everyone was getting it. Now it's a different story. So, I break the silence. Look at them. They're dope.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you.
But you're saying hold decorum in the House when you've got Republicans up there clapping and doing all of this, but when somebody speaks against you, then there's a problem. Oh my God, he got so mad at Jimmy Kimmel. He went on a rant. He went on a rant about Jimmy Kimmel. It's crazy. I want to see gas prices here went up. Went up. And I showed the Project 25 timeline. I will put it here again. It was sent to me. I'm going to drop it here again so you guys can go look and see everything they were talking about in 2025. There was like, oh no, he's not doing any of that. The timeline, they are right on schedule. Everybody kept saying, no, 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 no. But yes, 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 yes. Let me get this damn timeline again. Okay, here it is. I'm going to drop the link again so you guys can go look for yourselves. Don't have to believe what I'm telling you. Here you go. Here's the link for the 2025 timeline. Go take a look for yourselves. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Some people don't comprehend stuff, when they read it, and they perceive things in a different way. Go check it out for yourselves. Go look and see what he's doing. Go see the timeline. And has it been 100 days yet? Has it been 100 days yet? Okay. So anyway, George is going live at 9:15. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, let me talk about Gene Hackman for a minute. Okay. So this is really bad. So first of all, they were saying that it was the German Shepherd that was found deceased in the crate. Okay. It wasn't a German Shepherd. And you remember when I was saying that it looked like, first I said it looked like Gene was going out to get help. But then I said, no, he was found coming in because the sunglasses was down, the cane was down. She was found in the bathroom. I said, he could have fallen and she was trying to, she could have found him and she was trying to go get help, but she didn't use a phone. But when they were saying that all the pills were found and there was thyroid medication and heart medication, maybe she was going to get pills for him to take and then she got so stressed and hyped and she had a heart attack herself. But the dog itself, it wasn't a German Shepherd. It was an Akita mix. Now, when they asked the sheriff about how could they not know what type of dog it was, they're saying that they don't deal with canines. Okay? I'm like, are we kidding? An Akita and a German Shepherd don't look alike. Am I crazy? I don't think so. I don't think so. It is sad and it's weird. My whole thing is, and now they're saying it may be foul play. I need them to make up their minds. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm sorry. I normally turn my phone off. I need them to make up their minds. If you don't have information, if you don't have evidence, don't put anything out. Don't say anything. Hey, they were found deceased. We're investigating. See? And because of the heater, Marcia, because of the heater. And I'm thinking the same thing, but they said there was no external trauma. That was the preliminary. There was no external, is what they said, trauma. But they also stated that that they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. And they were wrong about that. But it wasn't the German Shepherd. And then we find out that the German Shepherd in question was one of the dogs that was inside the house. And that's the one that had surgery a few months earlier. Now, we don't know why the Akita was in the kennel or in the crate. Have no idea why. I'm sorry. It was an Akita and a Shepherd mix. So I guess they could get them confused. Huh. Hold on. Let me look at an Akita and a Shepherd mix. Hold on. Let me see. Akita and Shepherd mix. Well, no. Yeah, a little. Hold on, let me show you. A little. You think it could have been suicide? I thought about murder, suicide too. And the only reason I did is because there was no call for help. Nothing. No call for help at all. Okay, there is an Akita Shepherd mix right there. There's an Akita Shepherd mix. Okay. I can see how they could have done that. Yep, they do look like. Exactly. It's too much mixed information. The people that called said the house was locked up, they couldn't get in. Then they said the door was ajar. Then they said, well, there was a doggy door. Okay, the doggy door and the door itself is too, the doggy door is at the bottom. You said the door was ajar. Make up your mind. Yep, he was 95 years old. That's another thing. What day did the dog pass away? If he's in the kennel, I don't know what time of day. They haven't given us a time of day. They haven't given us, they can only say February 17th is the last day that his pacemaker registered anything. But And they did say he looked like he dropped in the mud room. So maybe he did. Coming back because his sunglasses was next to him. His cane, he could have been coming back into the house from a walk. She could have tried to go get, but still 911. There was no registered 911 call. So do you think when he died, she didn't want to live anymore and she committed suicide? But again, we don't have the cause or the manner of death. We just don't have it. Yep. Hadn't talked to him in a couple of months. Then we find out it was 3. And I said the same thing. Your dad is 95 years old. I just want to know the manner of death or the cause of death. Jean might have been a heart attack. I want to know what hers was. Could be a heart attack too. She's been with him all these years. But the pills all, all on the counter, and she was found on her side. What was it? Her left side or her right side? You drop, you're not going to just drop on your side. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel right to me. But then again, I'm not a medical expert. But this whole situation and the speech that Morgan Freeman gave at the Oscars about Gene Hackman was beautiful. Yep. Now, was it, first when they were talking about the gas, they talked about the heater, which led me to think that was a gas heater, but it's a space heater. Now, my mom's heater in Houston, you turn it on and you have to light it. It's gas. So I'm thinking it's gas too. It's a heater in the bathroom. A space heater. My mother's heater in her dining room is connected to the gas line. You turn it on and you light it. That's the only one she has like that in the house. Yeah, Morgan Freeman has been old since I was young. Shit. Yep, they've mentioned that heater so many times. And my mother's space heater is not a light thing. That thing is, oh shit, I might have a picture of it too. I couldn't wait till it got cold because we would light that heater and then we would all stand around that heater. Not like we don't have other heaters in the house, but it was something about that heater where I've had the back of my pajamas burnt because I'm standing too close to the heater. I mean, that space heater is gas. It's hooked up to a gas line. And they said that there was this, why did they keep mentioning that heater? Did she hit her head? But again, they said there was no external trauma. Oh, getting electrocuted. Yeah, he did. He was old then. I think he just grayed prematurely, but it looked good on him. And he was accused of dating his step-granddaughter. Well, not accused, not allegedly, he was. Okay. All these old perverts. At Zelda Z, Honeybee said the last message was for you. And her message says, it just popped in my mind. And it's the only thing that I'm not hearing anyone talk about, getting electrocuted. Did they say how they found Gene besides he looked like he just dropped? Because they never said if he was on his left or his right side. And I thought about that too. But then they would be found in the bed if you were going to do murder suicide, or you would be found together. I thought about that. But the way they said it looked like he just dropped in the mud room. That's not murder suicide. Or it's not a suicide pact. People that do that, they would want to be together. They would want to be next to each other. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Yep, the heaters are heavy. Exactly, honeybee. My mother's heater is heavy. But when they said there was no external trauma, meaning there was no, but then they're trying to find stuff for blunt force trauma just in case the medical examiner finds that there was some kind of blunt force trauma. But then you got to remember, they said the hands and the feet were mummified and the face was bloated. So I guess you couldn't tell until you do an external examination. See? Same thing. See, I thought about that too, honeybee, and I did mention that. I thought about that as well. I thought about that as well. I thought about that as well. Now, I'm not going to encourage people to follow Letitia Collins, okay? I'm not going to encourage you to follow her. Bomb is covering her. Crazy Train has some old stuff on her. But the other night, her mom had to call the police. Now, the police left that home with this crazy woman talking about aliens. See, Zelda, I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that, Zelda. They wouldn't want to have any harm to come to that dog. Because if the other two dogs were outside, but the other one was in the crate, I don't think you're going to do that and have your dog suffer and die of starvation. And that's how I think that dog went. That's how I think he went. Yep, he could have taken them both. Because, when they say people have been married for so long, you know how they say couples start looking alike? And I know a friend of mine lost her dad. Well, her mom. And it maybe was a couple of months later that the dad died. I remember telling my grandmother, I said, so let me get this right. I said, Papa gone and you still here. And she was like, what are you trying to say? I said, that means that you didn't love him that much. And I did tell her that. I did tell her that. They said it was closed. They said the door was closed. They said it was closed. So anyway, I still keep looking and looking and looking and looking. Oh, look at that. My grandparents passed months with each other. Yep. So I keep checking and I keep checking. But yeah. It's sad. It's very, very sad. So we'll see what the coroner has to say. You know, they did all kind of toxicology report, but she did rule out carbon monoxide poisoning. Yep, exactly. So, but hold on. I wanted to give you a piece of this psycho woman, and I wanted just to be a short clip. Does anybody know who Letitia Collins is? Oh my God. So my uncle passed away at his wife's funeral. When my aunt passed away in Norfolk, Virginia, we were at the funeral. And my uncle had stated he didn't want her coffin open. Okay. And then a couple of people convinced him, you know, for the family that had just came in that didn't make it the night before for the wake. And we don't do wakes anymore. We do it all in one day. But in this, so we were in the services. I'm sitting next to my dad. He came to Norfolk for the services to be with his brother. And next thing we know, her brother has a heart attack in the church. My uncle stood up, had a fit, told them to close the damn, it was bad. People had to move out the way. They had to call the ambulance in and disrupt the services to get her out of there. To get him out of there. And it was just a mess. But let me just show you this real quick. Let me show you Letitia. Now she's back. But the other night when she was on live, she pulled out her titty and showed it. I don't know if YouTube shut her down or if they struck her channel. I have no idea. But this was her 2 years ago.
On my hands.
Look at the messages to this man. She got pregnant with some guy. Now, she was on this site and she was escorting. I don't want to show that one because I don't want the music. She was escorting. She got pregnant. This is the same woman that said that she allowed the dog to lick her coochie. Okay?
Yes, I'm going to hurt the baby.
She's crazy.
I don't care about myself. I don't care about the father of this child. I don't care about the baby itself. Oh, he's so innocent. He's just a baby. Bitch. He's not that innocent. He stems from his father, and that's the Satan seed right there. Whatever you people presume.
Yep, she did.
You can eat my fucking shit. You can. Literally eat my fucking shit. You want a little toxic baby? I'll make sure to go get some AIDS beforehand, and then we'll see how much you want to deal with this baby when it has AIDS and you don't want to fucking touch it because you don't want to get contaminated.
She's crazy.
My right to be able to kill this fucking kid.
Wait a minute, I want you to hear it.
I have enough mental instabilities. I don't want this child. I should have aborted it. They're taking my right to be able to kill this fucking kid. They're taking my right to kill it even after it's born. Because that's fucked up. I should be able to destroy it.
I should be able to destroy it.
Talking about
detrimental to my health and well-being for this baby to be a bitch.
They see another fucking dead baby in a freezer.
Give a shit about actions when they see another fucking dead baby in a freezer. Bitch.
They see
You think they're gonna give a shit about words? No, they're gonna give a shit about actions when they see another fucking dead baby in a freezer. Bitch.
They see another fucking dead baby in a freezer.
Ill.
See, I'm still making plans on having the child. See, that's why it isn't premeditated murder.
Premeditated murder.
I'm so high right now. So fucking high. I was just angry this morning, like frustrated, because I was like, what am I going to name this little shit, just name it directly after its father. And that way, if it gets left behind somewhere and blah, blah, blah.
And it is depression. Is it depression about the entirety of the situation? Yeah. I don't want to be pregnant. It depresses me having to get up and down, having to piss every 5 minutes. I don't want this thing.
I'm not going to have this baby to have it ripped away from me. I'm not. That is never going to happen. That will never happen. I will literally make it disappear. And nobody believes me. I'm like, no, I will. Being like, you got to be. No, bitch, it's going down with me. Like mother, like son.
My water broke in the jail. It was a filthy cell too. It was so disgusting. And it broke about 1:30 in the morning. And then by 3:24 is when he was when he came through. So whatever DSF or whatever DSF, I don't know, CPS for the state of Illinois. And the woman heard me talk about how I was, it was the shock value of stating these things online and that I had been under a lot of stress. I'm okay. I'm dealing. They took Jason away a while ago, the baby, and they want me to go to like some kind of absurd court proceeding in a couple.
Second of all.
Yeah.
It's okay. I hardly knew him, 9 months. I already knew it was coming.
That's what teach. Now, hold on a second. The other night, her mom called. Is Love Notes with TLC? Her mother had to call the police. Which one is it? Okay, this is her here. Her mother called the police on her. And she was in there talking to the police and telling them to fuck off. She was doing, which one is it? 3 days ago. I don't know if this is the one. When the cops were still there. Let me see.
I was exposing all facets.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to show you this part. She's Looney Tunes. She said her mother has dementia and she sleepwalks, but her mother doesn't remember.
She don't act like nothing's the matter except for she's in and out of fucking lucid whatever. She's sleepwalking, and I haven't caught her yet, but I will. If you allow her back, I will catch it. She told me not to, but she agreed when she's lucid.
Just so I'm right, you live here with her, correct?
I'm staying with her in passing. I was just left my supposed fiance would have did.
Let me ask you this silly question.
Yes.
Do you have anywhere you can go tonight to get
The state took the baby.
No. I have no family. I have no friends. I stay away from everyone.
Okay.
So this is Love Notes with TLC. Bomb is covering her now. And I was going to cover her, but I'm not because I like to just sit back and watch Bomb drive. Hi. So her daughter was taken by her ex-husband. The ex-husband got custody of the firstborn because of her psychotic behavior. She was on live threatening to K her husband, to K his wife, the mother-in-law. She was trying to kill the daughter. She was stalking her husband, always around his house. They finally had to call the police. The baby that she had, the state took away from her. She was threatening the man that she slept with. This woman is psychotic. The other night when she was live, she was threatening her mother. And then she told the police she had all of this on film where her mother said that she was going to kill her, but she couldn't find it. She's psychotic. And she pulled her titty out on a live. And now she thinks she's pregnant again. She ordered a pregnancy test. The mother left her home the other night, because she didn't want to be in the house with her. The cops could have taken her. Even the ambulance that was there told her, I think you need to go and get checked out. And she started saying that, don't touch me, don't touch me. I don't want to go, and you're infringing on my rights. She knows how to be psychotic. She knows how to turn on the tears. She knows how to turn off the tears. The woman is absolutely psychotic. And she was just released from either jail or a mental hospital. But I know she was in jail and then they transferred her. Soon as she gets out, she goes back on YouTube.
So, Mr. Wonderful.
And she thinks that everybody there in her chat is a friend. She has like 900 people in there, sometimes 800 people. And if she's not reading the comments, these people are telling her she's psychotic. And she had a fiance, and she's sitting on a live and telling him to get her food, get this, get that. Then when she goes, this is cold. Why are you feeding me cold stuff? Then he goes and heats it up, and then she's sitting there smoking weed. Then she goes, I'm not hungry any longer. So the fiance's mother was on to her and called her out on it. And now she'd have moved out and moved back in with her mother again. So the woman's crazy. She doesn't need kids. She needs to be in an insane asylum. No, she's not acting break the silence. Not at all. She's not acting. She's not acting. And that's the scary part. She's not acting. So that's it for me this morning. I was trying to think if it was something else. I keep wanting to play that video of those people in the tunnel, but I'm not going to do that. The screams alone sends chills up my body. The screams alone. But George is going live at 9:15 my time. So that'll be 12:15 Eastern. He will be live, and the title of his thing is The Sad Embarrassing Bee. Damn. I'm going to go and do some stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just sad. And there are so many kids that are missing right now. Hi, Callie, babe. So I'm going to drop this. Hold on a second. Let me go to this page. I want you guys to follow this page, please. They have a lot of missing children there. And I'm going to drop the link. And also True Crime Bites about missing children. Oh my God, the tunnel. Hold on. Hold on. You guys didn't see it. It was a couple of weeks back. It was in Wyoming. When I come live tomorrow, I'll show it to you. I have it. Matter of fact, I emailed it to myself. Hold on a second. Let me get this real quick. Let me go to my emails. And this is going to be tunnel. I have a lot of fucking emails that I need to go through. Tunnel. I will have to get it. Hold on. Let me see. I don't see it. I'll find it. I emailed it to myself. It was in Wyoming, and the screams alone. That tunnel is shut down right now. It was a bad crash inside the tunnel. It happened in Wyoming. I'll have to find it. But this is the page that I was talking about that I want. Hi, Grumpy. It's Missing Crime Bites. Okay. Solar Angels. You had a wrench. So she does a lot. She has a Facebook page as well. Missing Crime Bites. This is the new one she did 15 hours ago. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension issues the alert this afternoon. at the request of the Hastings Police Department for 14-year-old Jaden Ruckner. The alert says he was last seen earlier today on foot in Inver Grove Heights area. Jaden is described as white, about 5'4", 120 pounds, with sandy blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a jumpsuit. This is her page. I'm going to drop it. Solar Angels. And guys, go give her... oh, you saw it on TikTok. It was horrible. So the tunnel is now shut down and they have to go around it. On Facebook, she's missing. Hold on, let me go to Facebook. She is missing crime bites. Hold on, let me pull it up. Missing and crime bites. This is the Facebook page. Oh, he was found. Okay. There we go. That's the Facebook link. They do a lot of missing kids. It's not just missing kids. It's the missing period. It's the missing period. And she's been doing this for years now. For years. Is your YouTube page still up? Because I know you had a YouTube, True Crime Tribe, I think is what it was. Yep. Yep. So she has True Crime Tribes on hold on, let me get this for you. I just saw a story that I've been following and I didn't know you had it on your page. I didn't know you had it on your page. Okay. So that's it for me. I dropped it, but it's not going in. I don't know what just happened. Oh, okay, there it went. Okay, there you go. 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 So I have it. So those are all 3 pages that she has, and she's really good at it. And you get to read the stories. You get to see what's going on. And there's no scammers allowed over there. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And Debbie and I will be live tonight. Tonight. Yeah, we're going to go live tonight. So I will definitely talk to you guys later. I need to set that live up for tonight, and so I can do this. But I will definitely see you guys later on today. I'll see you in Georgia's probably. Have a great day. Be safe out here. Thank you, Break the Silence. Oh, that's not yours? Hold on. That's not yours? True Crime, if that's not yours, that's the one that I was following. Okay, hold on a second. Let me go back. It is called True Crime. What is the name of it? True Crime Tribe. That's the same name you have. Well, you're going to have to send me the right one. Hi, Susan. Send me the right one. Yes, my husband. Send me the right one and I'll put it up, okay? Because that's the one that I was following. And I'm like, she's got another story that I don't know about. But it's still a good channel. It really is a good channel. So check out that one as well.